Oh, so he blamed you on that one. So, so he said, "Let's fight."
He was in my face screaming.
I'm thinking about getting myself
Like, no,
something.
listen here,
Yeah.
not gonna happen today, buddy.
I should eat, and
Sounds
I'm
like
not
you
sure
want to see
where
the
yet.
Chicago come out of you real fast.
Oh, Nancy's got the cough drops out. Not a good sign.
I got sick like
Awesome. Yeah.
over it.
I have too much to do for the weekend, so
I think there's like a
I'm
lagging
just
cough thing
grabbing a
going
bite.
around. My wife's had it for
Going
like two
home with
weeks.
Carrie had
Carrie.
it. Yeah.
Are you seeing it
Not where I work.
a
No,
lot?
we've had a lot of cancellations.
Oh, really?
Like we have a lot of surgical cancellations.
I feel like
A lot of them.
it's kind of
Because people are sick.
all the walk that
Yeah.
I did.
We get them. I mean, some of these docs try to put people
After
through that have
the
like,
event.
a
Because
220
after
over
that I
like
feel really
180
good.
blood pressure. Like, yeah, they're fine.
Yeah.
Because the more I walk, the better I get. Yeah.
Yeah, like 220 over 180.
Yeah.
They're good.
So I'm happy about that.
20 over.
Oh yeah, no, they're like, yeah, they're fine. They're fine.
I
Just
used to
give me
make a
some
lot
fluid.
of money on doctors like that when I was practicing.
I'm sure
Who did?
the ones I
I
work,
was a medical malpractice.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
the ones I work with would have
Made
made
a
you
lot
a
of money.
fortune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They,
And
I
the
mean,
roots had
those are patients that have like blood sugar of like,
with all the damn snow.
Oh, really?
oh yeah, for like a steroid injection, which makes your blood sugar.
Good evening. I'd like to call the Board Operations Committee meeting to order for Tuesday, December 9th, 2025. Would everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, the next item on the agenda is the approval of the previous meeting minutes. The meeting minutes from November 10th, 2025 are being presented for approval. Does anyone have any corrections or changes or comments to those? Okay. Hearing none. Next item is public participation, but we've had no people sign up for public participation today. So we can move right on to items for discussion. Item 4.1, Treasurer's Report, please.
All right. Well, good afternoon. Starting this month and moving forward, the summary at the top of the Treasurer's Report, the report will report out the fund balances by fund and total cash. We're doing this because it provides a more actual reflection of the district's financial standing at that point in time. The fund balances factor in encumbrances and uncashed checks or other outstanding obligations, to where our cash balance is actual cash on hand. So I think it's just a better way to portray our standing at the end of each month. With that, I know Dr. Williams has, at least the last meeting, provided a snapshot of some of the additional reports that we're going to be bringing forward, and he'll have a couple of more of those to show you tonight. And by incorporating these fund balances, it puts us in alignment with those reports as well. So moving on, for October, we did finish off the month with $268.5 million cash on hand. Total fund balance was $263.6 million. All funds are trending as they should. You can see our revenues are pacing at about 40% through the end of October, which is very comparable to this time last year. Looking at the expenditures, coming in at 28.4% comparatively to 22.8% last year. The increase is due to, during this October, we had 3 payrolls versus 2 payrolls in October last year. So you keep hearing me say the interest rates keep dropping. I mean, you see that, it is a trend, everybody's aware of it, and that's continuing on. Also, another note, or just to reiterate from last month, our audit is still taking place, so that audit adjustment has not taken effect yet for the bond and interest fund. But that will be probably within the next month or two, you'll see that adjustment made. Other than that, are there any questions?
I will also add that we still have not received any revenue from Cook County at this point. We are hearing that they potentially, middle of the month, could send us at least their first deposit, but we do not know that for a fact. So right now, about $10.4 million short in revenue because of not receiving anything from Cook County.
All right, thanks for that update. And I'm thankful that we don't have a ton coming from Cook County. All right, item 4.2, donation report.
Okay, we had 3 donations. First one was for Dundee Crown High School Performing Arts Program. A community member donated a check for $10,000. Speaking with the APO at Dundee Crown, he is going to distribute that donation amongst the various programs within the fine arts program at Dundee Crown. So I think that's a very equitable way to do that. All students in that program will benefit tremendously. Second, we had a community member donate $750 to Hampshire Elementary School for students who are not able to purchase books during the book fair. So that was really wonderful. Third donation, the Lake in the Hills PTC has made a monetary donation for the purchase of a Gaga pit and a 9-square for Lake in the Hills Elementary School. This is going to directly impact their PE program. If you're not quite sure what those items are, we did add a couple pictures just to give you an idea. You know, when I say Gaga, it could mean anything, right? So I think students will really enjoy that in the PE program. So again, obviously we recommend approval for all 3 donations.
Great, any questions on or comments on that? I know the Gaga Pit is going to be a hit for sure. It's very popular with the kids. And thanks to all our community partners, as always, for these generous donations. Item 4.3, disposal report.
Good evening, Dr. Williams and D300 Board of Education. For those of you who don't know me, I am Nicole Kennedy. I'm the purchasing manager. I will be presenting tonight as well as when my boss Diane is on leave, which is impending. The first thing I'm going to present tonight is the fixed asset disposal report. The bulk of the items on this month's report are broken and obsolete tech items. There are no out-of-the-ordinary items on this month's disposal report. The funding source for all items on this report are local dollars, and pending approval, the items will be shipped to the warehouse and verified over winter break, and the bulk of them will be picked up for tech recycling in the month of January. Does anyone have any questions?
None for me, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item 4.5, change order approvals.
4-4.
Oh, I'm sorry, 4.4, middle school year-end events contract.
Oops, that's me too. Sorry. Didn't realize they were back-to-back. My apologies. So the middle schoolers, the 8th graders, go on an annual trip to Great America. The recommended contract is for a minimum sale of 1,000 student tickets. The combo price for student admission and meal vouchers is $62.99 per ticket. Admission only is $42. There was a slight increase of $3 from last fiscal year. And the meal voucher is $20.99. That is the same as last year, which includes a lunch entree, unlimited beverages, and a snack. And for every 15 tickets that are purchased, one free ticket that may be used by either a chaperone or a student is provided by Six Flags. Tickets are funded by student fees and/or are grant funded, depending on the school, and transportation is funded by either the building budget or grant funds, depending on the school. Does anyone have any questions?
No,
Thank
no,
you.
Thank you. Now, item 4.5, change order approvals.
I think my first change order is going to be for a Gaga ball pit for my guys at my shop. I want to see that action over there. So, good afternoon, John Mickle with Buildings and Grounds. Just want to start on with change order approvals. The first one is for, these are change orders for the 25-26 construction process that are outside of the original scope of work, contracted work. The first one is for Parkview Elementary School. The total project cost is $19,690.53 with a contingency of $1 million. The first change order was for some wall coverings, extending the silt fence, which is the little short 2-foot black fence that goes around the property to keep everything in, and then some site utility changes. We asked, the district requested some change in the wall coverings, and then we had a utility, a phone line and a utility line that needed to be moved for the foundation of the new expansion of the school. This came to a total of $19,220.70. The change order number 2, which was for the Parkview new driveway, the kind of the horseshoe driveway that'll be where the new main office and bus drop off is, needed undercut for soils and concrete removal also on the playground for a total of $14,107. Change order number 3, which was covering for multiple sites, is actually a credit back to us. We changed the coping materials for Eastview, Newbert, and Dundee Middle School roofs this summer, resulting in a credit back to us at $20,875. And the other change order number 3 is also a credit back to the district, changing from cast iron to PVC for underground materials beneath the new footprint of the foundation for a credit back to us for $24,670. The second set is Dundee Crown tennis court replacement. Also, this is for some electrical work, which also falls Westfield, and also the wellness room fall under this because they're all electrical. This was for various modifications in the total of $14,795 when we did unearthed the underground electrical line at Crown's tennis courts. We realized the system was unusable. At first we thought we could reuse it, but we could not. Then also for Westfield, when we did the flooring and the new electrical box in the floor, we had to accommodate for the new, the new head desk there. What's that called, Diane? Circulation desk, thank you, sorry. Brain freeze. And then also in the wellness room, once we got in there, we realized the lights were not a good fit for that room with the length, so we changed those out. And like I said, that was for $14,795. Hampshire High School auditorium modification, total project cost of $6,547,867 with a contingency of $200,000. Change order 11 is to reconfigure the floor box for $11,434. This is after we discovered that the existing system did not work with the newly designed system in the auditorium. And then for the last one, it's DMS's HVAC replacement. Total project cost there was $15,631,433 with a contingency of $1,175,306. When we were looking at this during the summer, with the removal of a lot of the older equipment that, like the old water heaters, we realized we had a lot more space in our mechanical rooms because the new equipment was smaller and efficient. So we identified the custodial office that was there to be able to be split and used for 2 instructional areas for individual staff members. So we were able to make the change, put in the HVAC and all, and you know, a new wall and everything to really expand the educational process there. So we're excited about that, even though our head custodian wasn't. It actually worked out in the long run. He has some good space in the mechanical room. So that total was for $32,707.65. Each of these change orders is less than 10% of the project, which means according to procurement laws, the district is not required to rebid the work needed. We recommend approving the change orders and the amounts as presented. The total cost with the credits is $32,612.35, and that budgeted for within the contingency of each project, and we paid out of Fund 60 for capital projects. A lot, sorry.
I just have one question. It's really a clarification.
Yes, ma'am.
The contingencies, are they included in the whole project cost?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's not in addition to?
It is not an addition, yeah.
Thank you.
Anyone else have any questions? All right, item 4.6, custodial supplies equipment bid,
Yeah.
equipment bid.
Correct. Custodial supplies and equipment are essential to our operations for cleaning and keeping our buildings safe and ready for students and staff. We go out to bid, the bid package was developed in October of '25. And then also this is for a one-year contract with the ability to extend for 2 additional years. The recommendation, administration recommended the following awards to custodial supplies, chemicals, and equipment. Award Valdez out of Wheeling, Illinois for floor finish and stripper line items highlighted in green on page 2 of the bid tabs. Award Warehouse Direct Incorporated out of Des Plaines, Illinois, the paper products, liners, foam, soap, sanitizer line items highlighted in green on pages 3, 4, 5, and 5 of the bid tab. Award North American Corporation out of Glenview, the cleaning products alternate and custodial equipment line items highlighted in green on pages 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 in the bid tabs. And then W.W. Granger, award out of Lake Forest, award them the custodial hardware items highlighted in green on page 2 of the bid tabs. The total estimated amount for these products based on our historical purchasing from 24-25 is $583,181.50, and custodial supplies are funded out of our operations Fund 20.
Great. Does anyone have any questions or comments on that one?
Awesome.
Thank you.
If I could, I just want to jump in real quick just to make sure, as we're showing these, like in this example here, the $583,181.50, that's just an estimate, right? We're not asking for like an approval of that dollar amount because we know that we could end up spending more than that depending upon what actually comes through. But we want them to at least show you what historically we've been spending on those type of items, but just to know that that's not what we're actually anticipate spending, that's just kind of what we historically have. So you're not actually approving that dollar amount, you're approving the contract with the individuals in the bid price.
Great. Thank you for that clarification. Item 4.7, grounds, supplies, and equipment extension.
Yeah, so the original grounds bid was released in October of '24, and on January 21st of 2025, the board awarded specific items across the three vendors below. The bid was approved for 1 year with the option of two 1-year additional periods. Following a full review with our grounds department, our grounds manager, we feel confident and confirm that we are satisfied with the service of each of the vendors. So we're recommending approval for the first extension for Conserve FS out of Wakanda. The extension of various ground supplies and equipment identified in the supporting documents at an increase of 3.26%. The contract term with the extension will run from January 1st, 2025, through December 31st, 2026. Sorry about that. That should be 2026 there, January 1st. I apologize. Pioneer Manufacturing Company out of Cleveland, Ohio, award the extension of various ground supplies and equipment identified in supporting documents at no increase from the original award. And then Site One Landscaping Supply also award the various ground supplies and equipment identified in the supporting document at no increase from the original award. The fiscal impact is the total estimated amount for these products based on our historical orders from 24-25 is $203,333.28. This amount includes the 3.226%, representing an additional $4,501.28. Grounds and maintenance supplies are funded out of our Operations 20 fund.
Any questions or comments on that one? All right, thank you. Item 4.8, standardization of work order platform contract edition.
Yeah, this one we're really excited about. School Dude or Brightly has been used for right around 8.5 years to manage our facility, work orders, and rentals. I've personally used School Dude for over 18 years, so it is a good product, and we've been well served by them. During this period, staff have completed 173,656 work orders, an average of 79 per day across our 27 schools, demonstrating both the volume of need and importance of an efficient and user-friendly system. While they have supported us for many years, their current platform no longer aligns as well with our current operational needs or expectations for ease of use. As a result, we sought out other options. We looked, state law actually allows us school districts to select software without going through the formal bidding process. So this review and recommendation follow all Illinois purchasing rules. We looked at Incident IQ, which our technology department uses, and we went through an extensive period with them, looking at their product, going through it, kind of fine-tuning with them what we wanted, with the intent to have one platform across the board for all our users, for our staff, community, and our employees, for our technology department work tickets, our buildings and grounds facilities work tickets, and then our facility rentals. We are very excited at where we're going with this, and the new work order system would go live on July 1st of 2026 and would end on June 30th, 2029 with the following annual costs. Basically, each year, a cost of $78,725, a total cost of implementation and 3-year contract of $236,175. We would obviously do training before the implementation, as we go through the implementation, and then after the implementation for any of our staff, community, or employees that would be using this process. We recommend transitioning to Incident IQ beginning in July 1st with the 3-year contract at a total cost of $236,175. The total cost for the 3 years with each year being paid from Fund 20.
Questions from anyone? Is this like an increase, or are we not paying for School Dude, or is this
It would actually be a decrease.
a decrease?
Yeah,
Oh, great.
yeah.
You guys always should highlight those.
I'm sorry, yeah. This would be, I think it's about $16,000 a year.
Oh,
it would
great,
go down,
excellent.
so.
All right, well, that's great news.
Yeah.
And I think you're all done presenting now.
For
so
right now, I got a
thank you.
couple, I'll be back, but.
Oh, yeah, there you are. 4.9, technology-related services contract renewals.
Yep, and just before I get to that one, we did approve Incident IQ for this year for the technology use. So when we come back in for next year's renewal, we'll have if this is approved, what comes in addition to the facilities part of it. But for tonight, I have 2 renewals, nothing new for the tech zone right now. Nutanix we've had since 2022. It is our platform that reduces our hardware needs for our data centers. So traditionally, IT departments purchase 3 separate layers of equipment. One for data processing, one for storing the data, and then one for networking. And Nutanix kind of consolidates all that into a single system. It allows for a reduction in rack space, having a leaner solution that consumes less power, takes up less space, and is less expensive to maintain. So right now, the renewal of this contract is essential because it provides our vendor support, giving us the software updates, security patches, and 24/7 technical assistance. This renewal is for 1 year, starting in April 2026 through April of 2027. Just trying to get ahead of the game with some of our stuff this year. The cost will be $146,769.86, which is a 4% increase from last year, and it would be coming out of our technology budget.
Great, anyone have any questions on that one?
Okay, the second one on this one is
sorry.
I have 2, sorry. They just kept it on one note. The second one is Mimecast, which is our new email protection system. It acts as a main security guard, stopping dangerous messages like scams, phishing alerts, and viruses from getting into our inboxes, and it helps us meet important security and regulation rules and is a core part of our new email system. The reason we're coming at this now is we're looking for a 6-month renewal at $69,670.52. This kind of gets us onto the yearly renewal in July. This is our first year of Mimecast, so we're just trying to get now this one onto a standard July renewal process. So that's why we're coming at a 6-month renewal coming out of this FY26 budget, and then a full year renewal will come out of the 27 budget when we present in the spring.
Any questions on this part? All right, thank you very much. Item 4.10, levy and resolutions.
All right, tax levy. Finally, maybe wrap this one up. We'll do our actual tax, the levy hearing will be at the board meeting next Tuesday. I've already presented on the levy twice, pretty in-depth. So public can go back and watch those previous meetings to see some in-depthness. Whereas at the next meeting on Tuesday, we'll simply host the hearing where we'll just cover the actual levy itself. So it'll be pretty brief, the hearing on Tuesday. We do have some documents that have to go with that. We have our certificate of levy, which is what we file with all of our counties. And then we have some resolutions that will go with that as well. So these documents will be brought back next Tuesday in association with the hearing.
Is that it for the?
That's it.
Okay. All right, does anyone have any questions on that? That was the shortest one yet.
That was it.
Okay, so moving on to item 5, Operations Committee items for discussion. Item 5.1, construction update.
Yeah, so Parkview is still plugging away over there. All our vendors and all our partners are hard at it. We did lose a little bit of time with the lovely snow that we've had. Actually, this is the most we've had in the start of the season since 1978. So that threw a little bit of a curveball at the team, but they're working hard to make up for that time, and they've got plans in place. So we're still plugging away, looking great. I'll go. Any questions on Parkview while we're here? Parkview. Okay, cool. I know that's the big one. Summer bid release. You guys, the board approved that at the last board meeting for the HVAC equipment for Jacobs and also for Hampshire Middle School. We had a bid release today, or a bid opening today. I'm sorry. For it was for Liberty. It was part of the bid release 2 for the roof. And then on December 11th, we'll be opening up the bids for Algonquin Lakes, DMS Phase 2, and then also Lincoln Prairie. We have a bid opening on January 8th, which is tentative, for our Meadowdale and Golfview Teachers Lounge renovations, Lakewoods Cubbies, Liberty and Lincoln Prairie corridor flooring, along with CMS transportation renovation. We have a bid that's to be determined to be opened for Westfield's toilet rooms, Lake in the Hills Teachers Lounge, Hampshire Middle School, and Westfield's track, and then Jacobs tennis courts. The Jacobs retention wall and Bunker Hill transportation renovation, along with Eastview and Algonquin Lakes hallway and corridor floorings. Some release for the Westfield parking lot is also to be determined as well. We are waiting for pricing back for the Carpentersville Middle School intercom and clock system as well, and then our big project for Dundee Crown in the design phase. We're going through that right now still, and then with the potential of having a bid release due on April 26th, or April of 2026 for bid release 1, and then for bid release 2, July 2026. Exciting stuff.
It is exciting, and you managed to do all that while you're managing 79 incidences per day.
Yeah, well, we have great partners with our construction. Lamp, Dewberry, and Leggett do a great job helping us just manage through all this stuff, and it's a fun time to be working with them. So
Yeah, thanks for all the hard work to you and your team. Item 5.2, CFO update.
All right. First, I need to give a shout out to John and our Buildings and Grounds team. Moving 12 plus inches of snow is no small feat. And him and his team do it without any complaints. They come in on the weekend, They make sure that the school buildings and our parking lots are ready to go on Monday morning, so you don't even know they were there. So kudos to John and his team, because it's a lot of effort and deserves the recognition for it. So a master facility plan update, our 4 community workshops, dates are set, dates and times. So we want the community there. We want as many community members to be there. First one is on January 29th, 6 to 8 at Jacobs High School. Session 2 is February 25th, 6 to 8 at Dundee Crown High School. Session 3, March 19th, 6 to 8, Hampshire High School. And session 4 is May 4th, 6 to 8, Hampshire Middle School. All of this information, I believe, is also on the website. And this is where we're really going to get into the nuts and bolts of our master facility plan. So we really invite the public out to hear about the current state of our facilities and the challenges that we face with our aging facilities and anticipated growth. 4,000 new students over the next 10 years. How are we going to handle that? Add all of that up, and then you've got to factor in the financial piece of that as well. So we'll talk about the financial state of the district. That also plays a big role in determining what projects, if any of them, we actually need to prioritize. So the master facility plan, please spread the word. We'd like to have as many people out as possible, because the more voices, the better we help ourselves. From a federal funding perspective, this is just kind of throwing this in the room, because everybody just needs to be made aware that we don't know, right? It's up in the air. So attended a webinar this week. The picture for the future years is very unclear at this time. Again, I'm saying this just to put it in the room, that federal funding will be a concern as we continue to move forward with our next year plan for budget and our 5-year plan as well. But just to kind of make sure everybody knows that we are starting to pay attention to this. And the last thing I have is just for our FY25 audit, as Jeff had mentioned. If you haven't had a chance yet, take a look at the memo that was circulated last week, just so you have an understanding of what's going on with our FY25 audit. Jeff also mentioned that we are continuing to work on our reporting from our fund balances and cash balances. So this is just an example of what our future reports will look like. Nice and colorful. We're providing some charts, things that we think make it easier for the average taxpayer to be able to look at and go, oh, okay, I get that, right? I understand what the revenues are year to date. I understand what the expenses are year to date. So we're going to continue to fine tune these reports. So ultimately, this is what they'll probably look like, but this is the information that we're going to eventually get to. But our goal is hopefully spring to officially launch these and make them out onto the website as well. But we'll continue to show you guys examples of what the future is going to look like when it comes to these. And with that, that's all I've got.
Great, thank you. These are exciting improvements to the reports. For me, I think it also helps the average board member to understand and see it, graphically as well. Did anyone else have any comments?
So is this actual numbers, or is this just a mock-up of what it's going to look like?
These are actual numbers, but they're actual numbers through November.
Okay, because just local revenue, $32,000.
For the revenue, let me pull that up real quick. Yes, yeah, right. So that's not correct.
Okay.
So
Because I pay like a
yeah.
bit of that on my own.
Yeah, right, yeah. So we do, the software does get a direct feed from our Skyward financial software. And those are the things that you catch and things we catch, which is why we're not bringing it to you at this point right now.
Can I just notate that looks extremely low because November month end isn't closed. So as we close the month and wrap up and make all those cash receipts, you'll see that number increase quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, particularly because this is a month-to-date report as opposed to a year-to-date report. Yep.
And then can I just ask a clarifying question about the community engagement sessions that there are 4? Are they going to be each the same at each location, or is it like a series and we encourage people to attend all of them?
Yeah, great question. And you're right that it's a series. All right, so we do encourage you to attend all 4 because there'll be different information presented at all 4. Right, so if you want to truly have that opinion and the understanding, please try to attend all 4.
Okay, thanks for just wanted to make sure that people didn't think, oh, I can just go to the one at my local high school and they'd have the full picture. So, great.
One quick question, where it says with the month-to-date reports, we also have year-to-date reports
Yes.
available too? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right, anything else from anyone? All right, so announcements is the next Board Operations Committee meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, January 13th, 2026 at 4:30 PM. And with that, we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone, and I'm sure we'll see most of you, but if not, have a great holidays and a Happy New Year. See. Yeah, but I mean like this specific venue, like some of the partners that are back there, we may not see at the next meeting, so have a great night.